Afternoon all in sunny Australia. I thought I'd just go through and give you a review of this trailer. It's done 20,000 k now, which is a lot of miles, about 16,000 miles. So I've made a few little changes, but just to give you an idea of how it's sort of rolling up. One thing I had to change was a 50mm ball. I actually went to a lunette ring and a pintle hook. Main reason is within 20,000 k it had destroyed a 50mm ball pull going backwards and forwards because there's a little bit of bounce. Other than that, a lot of stone chips. So in the benefit of hindsight, next time, this will all be aluminium just to sort of withstand the stone chips. Even the aluminium checker plate is getting badly chipped. So you can see the paint just getting peeled off. But other than that, it's going pretty well. I'm not too phased about it. This thing does not drive just on highways, it drives on country roads. So it's on dirt roads, and it's Victorian roads in Australia, so that says a lot about the quality of our roads. We've got pretty poor government when it comes to roads these days. I had to take the guards off, the top of the guards off. They were a little bit close to the guards when things were reasonably heavy. But other than that, it's going well. A bit more stone chipping and what have you. Everything else is going well. Absolute godsend is these vice posts. I've used them so many times it's not funny. Used as anvils. Vice can go in either vertical or go in horizontal. I would highly recommend anybody who's going to do this to make sure you've done it. Other than that, it's a working trailer. It's not a pretty trailer. So as you can see, it's very much in need of a clean. But it's going all right. The only one piece of damage that I've done is I've knocked the aluminium off the top of that runner there. I had a load of concrete on it, and it got pulled and got pulled off. But as you can see, I haven't even worried about it. It's not even out of the picture. Rolling around, rear tyres have been phenomenal, 20,000 k, and to put it in perspective, we've still got a huge amount of tread on that for 20,000 k. Obviously, the other post on this side been ticking along just nicely. It does roll the front tyres a little bit on their edges. I think it's mainly to do with the fact that the tyre is, as the trailer's driving along, it's sort of flicking side to side. Probably a little bit messy in here because it is a working trailer, but for those who haven't seen inside, I run a compressor on this as well, just a little 240 volt compressor, 2 fire extinguishers. The 25 to 5,000 watt inverter, I can run 140 amp welder on that at 80 amps, and I've been able to do a structural weld with it. Batteries sitting there in the containers. Everything's sort of going well. I'm very glad that I didn't get deep cycle batteries because this stuff just doesn't get used enough. Solar panels, obviously the inverters, the regulators are working really well, and I'll give you a look at the solar panels. So they're going really well. But generally speaking, I'm really impressed with it. It's been a phenomenal platform for me. I've learned how to drive it now. Probably the biggest question that I've had from people is, how do you go without a front axle lock? And as a good friend of mine who's in his 70s now says, if you can't back a dog trailer without a dog lock, you shouldn't be backing them one. So I can basically put it where I want now. And obviously I purchased myself a little digger, and got a lot of crap in the back of the truck at the moment because I've just been cleaning up a site. But this has been, the trailer has been a godsend for this. Just drive it on, do whatever we need to do. Designed it in two ways, that the digger can go on sideways and also on reverse. At the moment I've got my 3 poles, which are the 2 vertical for the hurdle and the top bars, and we're out, and we're just using those bottom holes as chain points. But other than that, I'd love to know if you've got any questions or any concerns or anything like that, because personally I'd like to see more people with these things on the road. I've been stopped by 2 lots of policemen now. The first one was just for a random breath test, which obviously we passed in flying colours. The second one, for a long story, was stopped by a police officer who said, can you get out of your vehicle and come and show me your trailer? And he says, I know it was so that you've made it. I've done all the checks and balances. I've seen it 4 times on the road. And we ended up having a bit of a discussion, and then he asked me the question of, would I actually make him one? So that went through there. They didn't have any issues, of course. They were more intrigued about it. The other most common question I've had is, what sort of license do you need? In Australia, just a conventional car license is quite okay. These things track like an absolute dream. The old saying, though, when it's fully loaded, don't look in the rear vision mirror at 100 km an hour, because I can assure you, you're not going to like what you see. It does flick around a bit, but it's a lot more stable than a conventional pig trailer. So yeah, feel free to just ask some questions. If you've got any questions about how we sort of set it up, I'd love to be able to share them, but I really don't know what to share. So please feel free to ask me a question. It might be how I worked out the tipper or anything like that. I'm quite happy to share all that information with you. I'm not the sort of person to write down a Google page. I'd rather just do it in a video. So come up with some ideas, and I'll certainly post videos for it. Thanks for watching.